What is up, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of King of Kenan. Today we have an exciting video where we will be taking on the Miami Hurricanes in a rematch from just a few weeks prior that took place in the ACC Championship. This time it's going to be in the Orange Bowl in Miami's backyard. So even though they won't be getting any kind of benefit of home field advantage, for story purposes, we have to go into their house and defeat them to advance to our second straight national championship, looking to bring home our first title. So I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I just wanted to showcase the bracket first and foremost, so you guys were caught up. I know I've been out a lot. I did put out the pre-recorded video of the ACC Championship last video. This one's going to be live. We're going to be playing the full gameplay. You guys know how the style is going to be. But on the other side of the bracket, we have number 3 Texas A&M and number 2 USC. So one of those will be awaiting the winner of our game for the national championship. It will be a new national champion, as Nebraska did not make the bracket. So without further ado, we're going to dive into it. One quick note on that is Miami pulled a 1-point upset on Ohio State, which prevented us from having a rematch against the Buckeyes for the second year in a row. So we're going to jump right in. Miami is the much more talented team. They're faster. They struggled with their second receiver in the last game. We're going to have to work on locking him up. They are a lot deeper than just Tony, so that's something we have to keep in mind.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this is the most magical story we have seen this year in the college football playoff. This team
ready to rock.
has had to
72 degrees, a little bit of drizzle.
Step along the way, and today, one win away
We get ball at half, so we got to play smart, start strong, start fast.
We cannot be thinking about that.
They busted us for a couple of deep plays last time, so that's something we are going to have to try to prevent the deep ball. Busted coverages, that's how they got a lot of their points.
So Miami's offense is on the field for the first time today.
Play our game.
Can this offense
try to get to the natty?
Pick up where they left off in the regular season as we step to the postseason stage, Joel. He's got room to run. Look.
We're going to let him run. We're just going to try to keep him from throwing it deep.
The 35. That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the run here. Lets it go. Delivers from the pocket.
They're very talented. Their receiving core poses quite a problem. Even though we have a good secondary, they have a lot of options to throw.
To begin the drive, the defense on their heels.
We can't do that. Oh, and
it's caught on the crossing pattern. The tackle is made.
They're fast, man. They're really fast.
Let's see what that's about.
Probably going to decline that if I had to guess.
A big game, and the offense will obviously decline the penalty. Yep. Offense on the move.
Got to lock in.
That penalty gives them a fresh set of downs.
Punch the line, try to prevent it from being around.
Now on 1st down.
I'm here.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone.
Good play. Greg Smith with a huge hit to knock that ball loose and save a touchdown.
But some jitters on the part of that receiver.
I don't think it's jitters. I think he got clocked.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Quick spin on the run.
Into the spin cycle.
And a spin move there before he's tackled.
We're going to blitz. We're going to man blitz.
Here we go. Opening drive of the semifinal game. They face third
him on a spy.
Red zone.
Try to create some havoc in the middle.
Can he make it to the marker? He makes the
enough.
But that moves the football to the 16. It'll be 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh.
Whatever we do, we're going to be digging out of a hole. Oh, maybe not. Oh, they got it. I spoke too soon.
Got lucky that time.
Boy, what a terrible feeling as a quarterback. Trust me, that ball gets ripped out of your hand.
Let's play the D-line one time here.
Right to a teammate.
We're picking our spots with that.
To retain possession here.
If we can collapse the interior defensive line, it gives us a good chance.
This is a great example
to create some havoc.
This defense of how to stop the RPO. 1, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And
deep shot toward the end zone.
He knocks it down.
Batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
just get the sense that he's forcing the football down the field. That's a tight window throw, and he's trying to fit it in there, and it gets...
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My boss texted me. Okay. We're ready. Holding him to a field goal.
To allow the offense to work for him and take what the defense gives him.
No penalties.
And that one's straight.
We're settling in. The early game is always punch, counter punch.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
It's a nice
So we just want to settle in, find some rhythm.
And that kick was beautiful.
It's like a boxing match. You don't need to knock him out in the first round. You kind of got to go the distance. You're getting yourself in some rhythm. Early, the games we've struggled early, we've turned the ball over, so we have to prevent that. We have to hit them back with at least a field goal or a lengthy drive. It doesn't have to be points, but you cannot give them the ball right away. There's been games where we threw, I think the first drive of the ACC Championship, in the second play, we tried to throw it to Ship, and it was an interception. Luckily, we held them, but
effectively, in particular on first down, get into those
that was one of those deals where we kind of put ourselves in a jeopardizing position.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
They are fast. Their pass rush is fast.
It's O'Neal.
They like taking away the middle of the field, so we have to play smart, play safe.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off.
We just try to move the chains, find a little bit of tempo, a little bit of rhythm.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important.
They take June out of the game, we're going to have a tough time.
Now you've got to
He is our ace in the hole.
Carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this here.
Here. Hope him or Leacock open up.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. They bring him down.
Tried to throw it to Triangle. Triangle was literally the most open you could be, and we just didn't have time to get to him. So Triangle was standing there pretty much doing everything but waving his arms around. And all we had to do was get it out to him, and we couldn't do it.
Yard line is
We're going to give up interception. I think we spoke it into existence. We're going to find ourselves behind. Hate to see those defensive line interceptions.
It's a 1-yard gain.
But their pass rush is really good. You have to get the ball out fast, and I was not able to do that there. I held on to it a second too long. And I had to pay the price for it. So what can we do? Can we
From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Oh, he juked me out of my shoes, and he's going to take it to the house. We found ourselves down 10
Touchdown.
in the early going. Amy's came back with vengeance. So about 7 minutes into the ball game, we are in a deep hole.
This was the guy that was going to have to carry this offense. And wow, as he stepped up.
I'm so impressed when we all know who the guy is going to be. He's the focal point of the offense. Guess who knew that? The defense. And yet they still can't step him. That's how good he is and how good they are in front of him.
Nobody hurt. He's going to have to play
great game plan.
smarter.
And getting your star going, that's a huge plus.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
They are taking away the run game. They did not do that the first time around.
Really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a...
Got to get O'Neal going. Miles O'Neal, our junior quarterback, been solid all year long.
Defense is coming after him.
Dude, they are everything.
This is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
When we talked with the coaches, they
covering that route very well.
Their offensive line trying to hold up against this pass rush. And here, right away, they've got the quarterback under duress.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down.
We're okay.
They mix it up with a run.
He shed that block so fast.
Now it's 2nd and 3.
If we ever needed Damon June to step up one more game, this is it.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more consistency. If they're unable to
gotta hope that somebody opens up.
Crucial third down play coming up. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
We're gonna try that again.
You've got to do a better.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to.
Somebody has to open up.
Fourth down. Fourth down. He's throwing.
Playing desperate.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. He'll be ruled down there, but
you dig a hole that early, you got to do something to get out of it.
And the Tar Heels are moving.
They're scheming up something for Jordan Ship.
It's O'Neal.
They're taking away the. Oh my goodness. They're taking away the underneath stuff. That is what we live off of. If you're a fan of this channel, you see that a lot. But they're taking away everything underneath.
Hearing some of the footsteps, you can kind of understand the drop because the defense was all over.
Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
This is the perfect call against man defense. Those linebackers cannot keep up with the tight end as he's dragging across the formation.
52 didn't block anybody there.
Time as a quarterback, and here they are.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
I'm going to shorten Jordan Ship to a slant. I'm going to drag Sadler. We're going to try to create some havoc in the middle of the field.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw.
Hold the block.
Looking right. This one caught. Goes out of bounds, but
so we got a little bit there.
Now.
First and 10 from the 14.
Offensively, it's why he had such a monster year. Over 1,000 yards on the outside.
Their defensive line is pulling.
He has been so good for them. And one of the things that they're going to have to do is find opportunities to attack the defense with him.
Ship get open on the slant.
That's
the question. I don't think so. There's a lot of coverage in the middle of the field there. Cut up.
Defense will make the stop.
We're going to the end of the first quarter, trailing 10.
As we take a break for the quarter, it's Miami on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship.
Only 10 rushing yards in the first quarter. That is our bread and butter, and they have taken it away from us.
Begin the quarter with a crucial.
We're going to try. We're going to try to get the ball to Howard. We need 5.
The shotgun running play call.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Tackle, but he'll bring up fourth down. They are in field goal range. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit.
Take the points. We've learned our lesson through a hard process here. You know you take the points when you got them.
Boost for this team. It's a good quality drive, and
you have to stay in the game. You can't lose it in the first quarter by chasing points.
Getting points on the board in this situation, that's solid for them.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Hurricanes offense.
So after 2 bad drives, you got to settle in and keep them off the scoreboard.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And tackled there by the defense.
Dialing up a couple different looks.
Second down.
Trying to find something that gives them some confusion.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got a crease. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close. Field. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Got to play. Make a play on that.
Behind the line, it's Jacobs. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Second down play coming up.
Take away the short stuff. Try not to get burned over the top.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Vaughn. Stop.
Now we can play the chains.
No gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Quarterback in case he runs.
Moving receivers around now before the snap. That one
down.
Very long, looking to throw.
We're here. We got bodies. Tries to spin. Oh my goodness.
Make the recovery and avoid a crushing turnover. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play.
I think they're going to rule it. It didn't. It wasn't a fumble.
They're going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. They'll kick it away here.
And Clower changed the momentum.
Here's the return.
I tried to jet to the outside on that guy. There was no room to be had. They're very talented. They have a very good team. High overalls in about every area.
Find the end zone this time out. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody.
You have to set up the run.
Second down now.
They're taking that away.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right
Close
at the
to a
25.
first down.
Chris, there are some
dare run it.
players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate
You run it against his front and try to get the inches.
He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get two.
Ran right into him.
Extra yards after.
There was space there.
They stop him again for no gain. Now it's fourth down.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out.
I want to go for it, but I
in the middle of
can't do it from this side. You're gonna, you don't get it, and you're just giving points away.
Line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
There was space. It just kind of pulled me into him.
Return. And the Miami offense is back on the field.
I hate to see that after a good run on first down.
Receiver in motion now.
We need one of those to go our way. Let's go.
The defense scoops it up. They bring him down.
Finally, a little break.
But this
We got to make them pay.
with the takeaway. The offense will begin now with excellent field position.
So nobody hurt with that punt. Nowhere to go.
Be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Left to right, they are locking
After
it
the
down.
play, it looks like we have an injured Tar Heel down. Quickly behind.
We need a seam.
After the loss, second down and 11. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
No space.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be.
Go back to X drag. We ran that early in the game.
But then
I'm going to try to get Ship open.
defense is
Maybe Thurman gets open over top.
making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
He was open. Thurman was so open, but we could not get it to him.
Well, Chris, this is why first and second down are so important.
Too long for a field goal.
The chains on third down, it is advantage defense, and they do take advantage. Good pressure.
Too long for a field goal.
Quarterback's got nowhere to go with the football, and they're able to get the sack and get off the field.
Flag on us.
Brought down, but hold on.
They're going to decline it, and they're going to get the ball back. I could have punted that, but I'm not very confident with punting toward the toward the sideline. So it would have been a 20-yard further gain. It's worth taking a shot. Nobody really hurt there. So open. He took a sack we couldn't afford to take.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down, and here the defense does a great
It has the
job.
feel of one of those games we lose.
And stopping
We have
the
to
run.
do something to
And
turn
that's
the
key
momentum
to
back.
this thing. If you can create long
It has that eerie feeling of all the games we've dropped across the series so far. The common theme
Sideline route
on the
out of bounds.
defensive line interceptions,
Offense breaks the huddle and
not being able to capitalize. Can we change the momentum again?
out of the gun now on third down.
Hauser swats it down and gets the ball.
Incomplete.
Big play. Hauser from a reserve role out there on the field makes a big play. A pick would have been better, but we're not going to complain.
This one
They're going to punt it out of bounds. Leaves us with a little over 4.5 minutes to sustain some kind of drop. We're going to go to
And the North Carolina offense is back out there.
Y cross. We haven't hit that yet. Try to get it to Sadler. If Thurman opens up, you have to hit him. He's been there a few times. We just haven't had enough time.
Downfield.
The defensive line just blows through all my blockers.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his
That ball needed to be further ahead of him.
brought down after a
You can't make those type of mistakes when you're playing a team that is this good.
offense in a good spot here on 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard completion.
We're just trying to get Ship open. If the wheel opens, we throw it. But if not, we just wait for Ship. Ship can't get open either. They are guarding everybody. Someone broke late,
But now it's going to bring
but that is not something I'm comfortable enough doing
see if
on
the
3rd and
offense can
4.
move the chains off that incompletion.
I think you go Ship on the slant, let Leacock go behind him on the drag,
Shotgun.
and hope somebody breaks free.
Receiver makes the grab. They finally get him back.
Leacock, a little bit of separation.
46.
They're playing us tighter than they did the first time around.
Positive drive here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's
There's a run, finally.
Got an opening.
Thought I could stiff arm him. I ran right at him on purpose,
He reaches the
trying to stiff arm him. That is not good.
really threatening now.
That is Thurman,
And the Tar Heels
All-American
keep
tight
this
end.
drive rolling.
down with injury.
And in first down, right back to the running game.
Little wiggle room.
Solid 9-yard gain.
Thurman's only bruised ribs. He will return.
Second down after that run.
Ownership on the slant. This is our money route.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Trying to get the throw.
Nothing there.
Didn't see anybody open. Just throws it away. That's not going to bring out the third down. See if the
try backside this.
Off that incompletion.
50 yards.
To try to pick it up on the ground. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down of the 21.
Got to be smart here.
And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. And after the play,
somebody else. Thurman hurt again.
Like
I don't think he's going to be long for this game.
And the Tar Heels are in the red zone.
Timeout stops the clock.
Scanning the field. It's O'Neal. Looking to scramble. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Great defense.
Somebody has to get
really
over.
Good timing.
We don't want to kick another field goal.
That ball away. There's always a chance you're going to arrive too early and create a pass interference.
There's no time.
The defender times it perfectly, swats it away.
Take the points.
Completion.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
Okay, we do get the ball at
Timeout.
half.
Really
That's a long 2 minutes.
So far. Let's see if the
If we wouldn't have had those injury timeouts, we could have ran the clock down a lot more. I think we would have been in a better flow. Not going to make any excuses, though. Still in this ball game.
They'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now.
We're staying cloud flats. Try to make a play.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. And there's the handoff. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge.
Pretty sure he was in a cloud flat, and the cloud flat was nowhere to be found.
Create havoc in the backfield.
Not sure what that was.
This quarterback to move the chains and create another first down, and now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this.
The cloud flat should have been there. I don't understand what happened.
In the end zone.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Cover 4 quarters.
First down.
That's a tongue twister.
Second and 5. A lot of play calling options here. They'll try a pass here. Dumps it down to the back.
They just don't want to give up points.
They stop him after a short.
Stay in quarters.
Not a first down.
They want to spy. Patterson going to take away the middle of the field.
Back to throw again. Moves out of the pocket. Cannot escape. They tackle him.
We'll take a timeout.
Now we get a timeout.
Hope to at least maybe get another field goal.
They have 2 more to work with before halftime. The Canes will have.
Flower needs a big return here. He needs something to give us a little bit of momentum. As you can see on the bottom line, Texas A&M takes a 7-0 lead on USC.
Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for
We're
a
going to
touchdown.
try. We have a play that we like to run here.
It's back out on the field.
We're going to run bounce.
Got a choice here in the final minute.
If it doesn't open up, you try to hit Leacock.
Or play it safe and point toward the second half. Scanning the field. It's O'Neal. The pocket breaking down.
It was
choosing to
very timid because of all the pass rush. There was a chance to throw that, but I didn't trust it enough. We're on a wheel out of this. If it's not open, we'll throw it away as well.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion.
Can't give them any points.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Goes to his right side there for the completion. No.
They're covering about everything.
Down for no gain. So now Miami will use their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
Run this to the backside.
Tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20.
Somebody has to open up.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. That should have been caught.
There is no time. And absolutely 0 time. We have a pretty decent offensive line, but their pass rush is just something else today.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good coverage there. 0 gain on the return. And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38.
We cannot give up any yards to the quarterback. We're going to keep a spy on him.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
And here.
He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
We're going to keep the spy on. We're going to keep pass coverage on. I hope he makes a mistake.
Shotgun, looking for an open man. On the run here, lets it go.
He held on to it.
It's Jacobs. Now the Canes will go ahead.
Hit him in the next week, and he held on to it. That's okay.
They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half.
They run it, they run it.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Vaughn.
They use their last timeout.
Their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got remaining here in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket.
To get home, finally.
So the offense looking to be efficient here.
I don't think they'll have enough time to get one off. But we're not going to sit in any. Yeah, they'll have enough time to get one more play off.
2nd down, looking to throw it. The receiver grabs it. They make the tackle.
We get the ball. We have to make some halftime adjustments. We have to get the run game going. We have to find ways to open it up. More slants and more plays that set up some double moves. Something to get their corners off of us. Because they're taking away the whole underneath game, which is our bread and butter.
First half of football.
But 24 minutes to decide who's going to the national championship.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
One play here or there will change the tide.
26.
You just got to get a little bit of momentum.
And here comes the North Carolina offense.
Get the ball going. Couple 1st downs.
For a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the 3rd quarter.
There's not much running room.
What's the play call here on?
Let's try this. We haven't run this all game. I get Thurman out in front. Throw a block. See, he can't even get outside to throw a block.
One moves the ball up to the 33.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really
Do a
like
mesh. You just want to move the chains.
First of all, you're getting yourself in more.
It's Sadler or Thurman, whoever crosses open.
The entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation
Terrible pass.
is not bad for the
His feet were set. I don't know what the problem was there.
Enough to get a 1st down.
We're going to try to get Sadler, Thurman, levels concept, try to get someone open.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a grab!
Hit him right on the cut.
Tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set it with a 1st down at the 46.
We need a touchdown.
And the Tar Heels are going to keep this drive moving. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I don't think we're fast enough for a jet
2nd and medium.
touch pass. They are very fast sideline to sideline.
Motion from the receiver.
But there's no one really over there. So he throws a block. CJ Sadler will streak down the sideline. Can he get to the pylon? Touchdown Heels. Let's go.
Tar Heels. And they jump on top here in the
I did not think we were fast enough, but they played very tight man there, and that was what cost them. So we take a field goal lead. Iverson Howard is now hurt. We're going to be tested with our depth this game.
As an offense, there's an unlocking moment. You can have a little success and you think to yourself, I got it. I know the structure.
The nerves are starting to
this defense
ramp up here.
They start having more success here moving forward.
A lot of pressure on this game. We're trying to get to the national stage. Improved last year was not a fluke. Whoa.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
I don't know where he opened up from, but
to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
They've only thrown for 94 yards.
Set it down after
Our defense isn't doing anything bad.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. Brought
They're
down.
going to hit you. That's Carolina football. We are going to bring the wood every time.
That's exactly where they wanted to go with this ball. You can tell by this play fake. You get some play action pass, and there is conflict on the defense, and more specifically on the defenders responsible.
He gets out of that crash,
finds
grass.
They're able to get the ball to him for a nice big game. Beautiful play call, great execution by the quarterback, tight end, running back, everybody involved.
Looking for some space. It's Pringle. And he's tackled, but only after
Just enough.
a 1st down.
He's ran for 81, though. We got to shut down their run. This is the opposite of what they did to us last game.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Pringle. Defense
got just enough of them to knock him over.
Gain on the play. So 2nd and 6 now. Could pick up 4 on 1st.
We need a mistake.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Big play.
Run up the middle.
Forkpa there for the big
That's a
tackle.
really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go
Play.
for this running back because of the
Maybe spy.
fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle.
I'm glad he overthrew him because no one got outside but Kenan.
Great defensive play.
Very lucky break there.
That deep shot. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. He made good on his first attempt. This one is from 40 yards away.
We're tied up.
Knocks that one right down the middle. The game is now tied. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kick.
Sadler nowhere to go.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him
Touch pass again.
16.
I don't think it works twice.
The North Carolina offense.
They're still pressed up against us.
Clicking last time.
A blocker too, and this might be
Catch was solid.
that might be the play.
He's got room.
That might be the play. At least get them off of us a little bit.
And it's good for a
Because
first.
they're playing very tight coverage. This is what we did against Nebraska when we trailed.
Dropping back.
These slant
It's
routes,
O'Neal.
make them play one or the other.
Go. Grabbed by the receiver.
Slants out of non-traditional slant formation.
That's a solid gain, getting close.
Created some space.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down.
There's nowhere to go.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Slot cross, we're going to drag X.
Defense is their
We're going to take a shot on Sadler if he's there.
lanes. Get a nice stop.
If not, shit might open up. Watch the safeties, watch the safeties.
Down. Fires it to the wideout.
Nothing there.
Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Right away, I knew that wasn't there, so it's not a terrible pass.
It just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
Creative with the plays.
It's a short completion.
Can't break the tackle, but it is 4th and inches.
Tackle just short of the marker. It's going to set
We're
up
going to go for it.
10 inches. 4th down.
Midfield.
Punt out of field goal range. They're going for it. And he'll set up to throw. The pressure's on.
Leacock finds open grass. If we win the national championship, Nathan Leacock will be the reason.
4th down.
He doesn't get the ball often, but every time he does, it's in a big situation.
Looking to throw again. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down.
Couldn't swing it into the back in time. He wasn't far enough up to trust that throw. And I'm not mobile enough to move up in the pocket.
This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket.
Good run block. Finally, some good run block. Finally, some good run block. And
Down, but an explosive.
Damon June is down into the red zone.
After the run,
Robinson hurt again.
injured on the
This has
field.
turned into a game of attrition as we have guy after player just going down with injuries. Minor injuries.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
He's been hurt twice.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays
Have
against
a crack toss out of this. If this doesn't work, then we'll go to a slant concept.
Create some sort of little RPO. Give the decision
throw a
to the
block.
quarterback and not just calling this on the
Okay,
side.
we're good with that.
And he runs out of bounds at the
Now Sadler's hurt. That is a problem.
The play looks like
That
man
is a
shaken
problem.
up.
Pulled hamstring.
That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the
So
5.
Leacock or Thurman. If not, if he's not there, you can't throw an interception.
It's O'Neal. Looking for 6. Oh,
He had it in his hands.
could not hang.
He had it in his hands,
My goodness.
and he can't hold on.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit.
We're going to take the 3.
No problem. And with that, they
TJ's coming back.
Well, that's a confidence boost for this team. It's a good
You need to have that ball.
ended in points. I know they would have rather.
I think he has 89 catching or something. You would hope he'd haul that in, but that's okay. It wasn't super open. Can't blame him. It's not his fault for dropping it,
the 25.
but that was our best alternative.
Off the play fake, looking to throw.
I read that like a book, just not have enough speed to get back. I baited him into that crossing route.
Timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the
we need one of those plays
They're moving
turn the tide back.
for the snap. A play action, looking to throw.
There.
Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go.
Play the sticks, but just try to get the ball back.
Crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down.
Here.
He escapes the pocket. Brought down short of that first down.
No way they go for it on their own side here.
And 4. The Canes will send their punt team onto the field.
If there's ever been a time we need a touchdown, it's right here. Flowers going to have a little bit of space. He's going to be able to beat the lineman. Cuts back inside and gets it to the 40.
Get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return.
All right.
So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41.
Last play of the third quarter. A little bit of space. A little bit of space for Ben Hall. Should have hit the gap a little bit harder. I didn't realize who I was running with.
Sets up a second and short.
I went with the Heisman armbar, thinking it was June. That's okay.
It's North Carolina.
Ben Hall is a truck. He's a truck specialist.
End of 3. Time is running out.
Probably should have dialed that up, but that's okay.
Programs to stay alive in the quest for a national.
Neither offense is really doing much.
Summary before we move on.
We need a touchdown in the worst way.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Ben Hall, the pride of Kennesaw, Georgia. Can he get enough yards to keep the chains moving? He does, and we move on.
To keep the drive going.
That's a try off tackle.
For this running back, he hasn't really.
Warren is slow. Warren is slow. We're not running. Warren is slow.
In a postseason game, if you can.
I don't love this either.
On a guy like this, you feel great.
And Chris, I didn't think they would be able to build a lead without having success running the football. So the fact that
Warren is slow, but he can catch.
Is just icing on the cake. Now, if you can get your back going.
I think he's our 4th or 5th receiver. I think he's our 5th receiver behind Flower.
And the target.
He's in now. We need some good minutes out of him.
He hands it off from the gun.
Nowhere to go for Hall.
There's a man down, injured on the field.
Another lineman down. I think that's Kenan.
Doesn't affect them.
Our whole front line is out just about.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again.
Did not truck him. I tried.
Stop right at the
Did not land the truck.
The mark of a great running back is a guy that can make one miss.
There's Y cross.
One player that is going to be your responsibility as a running back, and here the corner is unblocked.
Probably going to be 4 down territory.
You got to make him miss. Be elusive. The corner does a nice job there getting him down to the ground.
That one is.
Thurman can't catch that one either.
It was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
You have to go field goal.
Just a disappointing set of downs right there, but with the clock where it's at, Chris, they can get the ball back. Maybe they're going to punt this ball away and rely on their defense.
That was closer than you like to see.
Makes it look easy.
But what this does is it creates a situation where even if they score, we need a field goal. So as much as I would love a touchdown there,
but again, getting points on the
you really have to play the long game because if they're 1 strike away from getting it to Tony over top. Like they're 1 play away from scoring. That's the big play threat that they pose. We bottle up their passing attack. They've not thrown any shots down the field. They've relied more on the screen game, which we've pretty much bottled up.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle.
Shit out of me there.
Look out, he's breaking free. Breaks free down. Here he goes.
They're 1 play away. I told you. 1 play away.
The 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
A couple missed tackles, and they're in business.
Down territory. They need a touchdown and a PAT to take the lead. Caught behind the line.
Thompson with a big play.
Stop for no.
We're going to go to man blitz. We've not ran that since early in the game.
First down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8.
Somebody, can they get home?
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And they bring him down, but they'll spot the ball to 3. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this.
Collapse the pocket.
Down and goal.
Bring him in, collapse the pocket.
They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Powers to the
Sneaks in.
Touchdown, Canes.
He snuck in.
Exactly what
You hate to see it. There's a lot of ball game left.
Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. great execution.
A lot of game left.
On the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
The important PAT.
Our coaching is going to be tested
here in the fourth quarter.
Sadler banged up.
Inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
We're going to dial it up.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field.
We're going to dial up a play. Shot play right off the rip. Try to get some open space.
To throw.
We need some time. We need some time. There is no time. They send a blitz, and that is the worst thing that could have happened.
Turning it over, that's about the worst way you can start a possession. Now you're way behind the chains, looking to maybe get half of it back here. Try to create, I guess, 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 9, so that you've got some chance to convert on 3rd.
Okay.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they
try to
take?
keep that safety there.
First down.
Can ship get open? Their safety drag.
3rd down.
They don't, but Leacock's there.
Wide open downfield. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. The offense really...
Plays are in the bag. We just
battle defense.
have to be selective when we run them.
He's got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Try X drag. We need the tight end open, or we need ship open. One of those two, X or square. Somebody has to get open. Ship gets a step on him.
Makes a quick catch.
This can't be Jordan Ship's last game as a heel. We cannot let that happen. He has been so good for 2 seasons for us. You got to send him out on top if you can.
Got an opening here.
He switched the ball just a little late. That was very close to being a stiff arm.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off, the offensive line doing so.
That was very close to being enough room for a stiff arm. All right, Flower is fresh. If he can get open at all, we're throwing it to him. He can't. He can't. Oh, my goodness.
He couldn't quite hold on.
And another lineman goes down.
Chance for a first down interception. But it falls in.
Another line. We're losing linemen left and right.
Second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
Yes, we do.
And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man.
Warren, sure hands.
Touchdown.
Parnell Warren.
And
this is a touchdown.
Here in the fourth quarter.
We're going for 2, make it a 7-point game.
These scenarios as a quarterback and as
we go with our best play. Can Leacock get open? Not enough time. Not enough time. He was open, but not enough time. You still create that gap, though. If they score, you still just need a field goal.
Right there, and they just can't connect for the 2-point conversion. They'll come away.
That hurts. You really wanted the 2-point conversion, but
thought about returning it, but instead,
we're staying in our best coverage.
It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25.
If you watch these videos, you see this a lot. If they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us in our best coverage. And that's cover 3 high.
Off the play fake on first down. Catch made on the right side.
Precious seconds ticking off the clock. That hurts us more than it hurts them, I believe.
To do with that size difference. Defense all over that first down throw. A short gain makes it 2nd and 7. Short connection to the tight end here. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
They're going to punt it.
Defense grabs him for a loss.
They're going to punt it with just inside of 3 minutes.
On to kick now for the 5th time tonight.
That was a huge play.
4th down, they'll punt it away here. And he takes it around the 20.
So what we have to do now,
right there, that's where they'll start the drive.
We have to switch to shoot clock and switch to conservative ball carrier, and we have to hold on to the football. We have to move the chains a few times. See, I would love to throw Ship open right here. I would love to throw him on a go and end it, but that's how you get really risky.
They make the tackle, but
you get in field goal range, it really doesn't matter. You get in field goal range, it's an 8-point game. You cannot lose. I don't want to say that too early, but
they still have 2 more to work with here in the final.
Damon June late in the game, that's what he does best. He has more rushing yards in the fourth quarter across the season than the other 3 quarters combined, I'm pretty sure.
What a performance in this playoff game.
19 for 156.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive.
And they've started dipping into their timeouts.
Takes the handoff. It's Howard.
They're out. They're out of timeouts. We're on the edge of field goal range.
The Hurricanes will call their 3rd and 4th.
We'll try a wide trap. We don't run this often, but it does pinch them across and give us a little bit of a lane. We might have to hit. There we go. That's exactly what we were hoping for.
They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down, the 17.
I think you go goal line.
Well, that is too easy.
We're not going to run a play, but goal line, halfback dive.
Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line.
We actually can kneel it out, so we're going to do that. That's going to be the preferred motto or method here, and that is an ugly football game. That is not one that is going to break any records. It's not going to do anything for any of the big stats. That's telling me, okay, I might have jumped the gun on that. That's okay. Told me to knee it.
Here's the running back.
Go to sleep.
And he goes
Go to sleep.
Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what they need to do here. Milk the clock.
So the game is not over. I was wrong about that.
Clock running, and if it is, as a quarterback, I'm not snapping this ball on the next play until it's inside of 4 seconds.
Take a timeout.
That's how you manage this game.
Now they'll take it.
We need to burn 4 seconds on the
delay of
play.
Game. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game.
This game's not giving me good pointers on the plays. I don't think that sounds right. It's a 40-second play clock, so we need 3 seconds to burn off the clock between the next 2 plays.
Hand it off. It's a short game, but look at that defense.
I think that was enough.
The football.
We're going to watch the time dwindle down. If we get a penalty, we get a penalty. We can field goal and win that one. But I think it looks like the game clock is ahead of the play clock by a fraction of a second. So I'm hoping this runs it out, and we're going to take a cheesy way to the national championship. This is not how you want to go into the national championship, but when you're playing a team that is much better than you, all you care about is the victory. And there it is. So that's going to end it. That is going to wrap this game up.
Well, the confetti is falling. They're going to get that trophy, certainly.
I'll go over the stats. They are not pretty.
But Joe, these final games are always tricky.
The defense really did it for us. The defense kept us in the game. They didn't do it themselves any favors. They didn't try to throw. The last time we played in the ACC Championship, they aired it out on us. But their defense definitely contained us. And that was a tough lesson. There's the Orange Bowl trophy, though. I was very, very proud to add that to the trophy case.
To battle for this season's national championship. We'll see you there.
So Miles O'Neal, 284, 2 touchdowns. He did have that interception off the tip of the defensive line, but he did enough to keep us in the game. The receiving core made enough plays, got open enough. Parnell Warren really, if you continue to watch the series, you will see him a lot next year. He will be an elevated starter, I would assume, for next season, coming into his junior year. Very excited about that. He might actually be a sophomore. I have to look that up. But really excited to see what he can do. He's a big target, 6'4", I believe. So O'Neal, 21 for 37, 284, and 2 touchdowns. Damon June did what Damon June does best. Fourth quarter, really carried the load. 19 attempts for 156 yards, averaged 8 per carry. So you love to see that number. Howard added 25, Hall 15. Enough. You would have liked to have seen some more broken tackles from them, but they did enough to get the job done. Across the receiving core, Sadler had that big play touchdown on the reverse or the jet pass. So he finished with 7 for 92. Thurman, 6 for 67. He was not credited with drops, even though I think he had 2. I'm not going to throw any shade, but I think he had 2 drops. Jordan Shipp, 3 for 39. They took him out of the game pretty well. They also took Leacock out of the game. He ended up with 1 drop. Normal channels, they're talking about nothing but yardage. Here, we criticize the drops because that's what hurts us. A lot of those are my fault, but that's what really hurts us. On the defensive side of the ball, Witherspoon led the team in tackling. Or, no, he didn't. Thompson led the team in tackling. Griffin Haynes had another good game, sack and a half. Harvey finishing with a half a sack. No interceptions. We did have a fumble Forced fumble, Griffin Haynes. We did not. We recovered one of them, so that was a big tide-changing play early in the game. But that is going to wrap it up. I have not shown off the awards yet. I noticed that after the last video. So I'm going to showcase the awards just for anybody who's watching for the length of the Dynasty run. That way it's on video somewhere in case I forget later. But that is something that is important. Jordan Shipp, Carolina's single-season receiving yard record. So that's a big honor. I don't think he's terribly far off from career. And then Orange Bowl trophy winner. Texas A&M was up 7-0 last I checked. Program builder unlocked. That is a huge deal. That is a huge deal. I'm glad I didn't turn the stream off. So for those that do not know what the coach archetypes are, program builder unlocks a lot of stuff that can help elevate our team throughout the rest of our 28 seasons. Yeah, we're in year 2. So we're going to go into program builder and showcase some of those real fast as well. I got some time before I needed to end the stream anyway. So program builder, it is 70 points. So I have 170. It's going to cost 70 to get it. But what that means for us, a lot of these are coordinator specific. Don't really care too much about that. There are some of these that I am going to care about. So these 25% more XP for completed goals. Don't really need that because I have the Rainmaker tree unlocked. Archetypes 200 or 20 CP cheaper for each coach that owns the archetype. That does not apply to us. That would be very useful if I was a coordinator and my head coach had that. I could build up my coordinator a lot faster. But for our position, that is not going to make much of a difference. This is where it's going to pay off. Right here. So, relationship builder, invest, upgrade your school's best 2 pipelines by 1 tier. That is going to make a difference if you have a lot of pipelines that aren't 5. I believe ours are maxed out at 5, but your 5 best pipelines by 1 tier. The tier 2 there, that one is going to elevate a lot of Florida, Georgia, and those different places into being a higher tier, making us more competitive with the Clemsons, Florida States, Miamis, those type of teams across the ACC. And then the last one is upgrade your school's 5 worst pipelines by 1 tier. That gives you some traction in states that you normally don't operate in, which for us, Texas, California, places like that would make a huge deal, at least giving us a 1-star, a 1 tier, giving us the ability to get a foothold in some of those big, rich recruiting hotbeds. Past that, boost your primary pipeline. I don't exactly know what that one is. I'd have to look into the details on that. Boost your starting interest from players from your primary pipeline. That is super useful. So guys in the Southeast, they're going to be super interested, which is how you beat Georgia and Clemson for in-state kids. So that's a big one. And then recruits from your primary pipeline gain extra influence boosts. So as you're adding points to them, your points are going to go further. They're going to do more to get them to commit. So those 2, tier 2 and 3, are going to be super useful. On this one, these are applying to most of the NFL draft picks. So you'd like to do that maybe for 3rd, for 7th, or 2nd, the first 2 tiers there. But at our current state, we kind of want guys going pro. We have to rely on building our program healthy, where we are putting guys constantly after 3 years into the NFL draft. Our goal is not to have those guys stick around for the 4th year, or 5th year in most cases, because 1, they're going to be more expensive, and 2, we really don't, if we're recruiting well, we need spots for those kids to play. And then this one is going to be retaining your players. So that one's not really going to apply to much of what we're doing. But we have enough points to buy the tree, and then we'll have enough to commit to 2 perks. So I think the first one, I need to look and see what my pipelines are first, because I think it would show exactly which ones are going to upgrade. So we're going to go into that first. I think that's actually my school. I need to find that. I don't know exactly where to find that. It might take me a second to see exactly what the school's pipeline is. It actually might not say anywhere. I know when you first start off, that's usually something that you can see. Let's see if it shows anywhere in here. Let's go into recruiting. So my school, it's not going to have my recruiting footprint here. So you can see Maryland, North Carolina, Virginia are all the 3 states that we have as our top. So the tier 1's not really going to help us there, but the states that come in next, we got Florida. Florida is a tier 3. What else? What else do we got? I think Florida going tier 3 to tier 4 is going to help a lot. And then Tennessee or Georgia going to tier 3 will help a lot. So I think that one is important. There's a lot of players, especially Florida. Florida would be huge to help improve. So it's a lot of points. We're dedicating a lot of points to that. But we are still early in this dynasty. So you like to have those perks. It's going to help and go a long way. The best 2 pipelines by 1 tier. That's really not going to do anything for us because we already have tier 5. But you need this to get to the second one. So I think this one is boost your primary type pipeline, boost starting interest. I think we're just going these 2. And then we have more. We'll do the 3rd tier, and then we'll go over here and do these 3 tiers. It's a lot of points, but that is something that is going to help us tremendously as we move forward. So, as I promised, we're going to wrap this video up with the award winners. We were very close to winning our first Heisman, but we could not clinch it. Jordan Shipp finishes 2nd. Damon June finishes 4th. June came out of nowhere to put himself in the running. He had a really good last 4 weeks of the season to spring up the board. Michael Hawkins Jr. was actually the leader going into the clubhouse for the conference championship, but West Virginia didn't play, and then Jonas Williams balled out, leading the Trojans to the Big Ten championship. In our game, Jordan Shipp kind of got shut out. He didn't do much, so that's what cost him the title. If he would have had 3 touchdowns, pretty sure he would have walked away with the hardware, but it is what it is. They lost to Texas Tech. We're still playing, so we get the last laugh. But we are still looking for our first Heisman Trophy. As far as major awards, this is something we're tracking as, toward our goals for board reviews and SEC requirements to join the SEC when those board reviews come up after season 3. So keep an eye out for that. But these are things that matter. We need to get guys in the Ring of Honor, which is our jersey honoring and retiring program that we're running. To do that, you're going to have to get some major awards. Get drafted, win major awards, those type of things are the requirements. I don't have the exact list in front of me, but those are the type of things we're looking for. So last year we had 2 award winners. Repeating as the Doak Walker Award for year 2 is Damon June, so he won back-to-back. He was our big winner last year, won it again this year. That's going to put him in the Ring of Honor. I'm not going to be secretive about that. He will not be honored, though, until he leaves Carolina. So if he decides to go pro, then we will honor him at the end of the season. If not, and he plays another season, we'll hold off until next season. But there is a cool ceremony type setup I'm going to try to have planned where we've created some graphics to maintain those guys throughout the 30 years. So jerseys hanging with their name in stone across a screen that we're going to be able to look back on 30 years from now and remember all the greats that have played in our dynasty. So Damon June will be one of the first names, not the first, but one of the first. The first name, though, is going to be Jordan Shipp. He was first-team All-American. He won the Fred Biletnikoff Award, which goes to the nation's best wide receiver. He will find himself as the first Carolina Ring of Honor player. We kind of modeled it after what the basketball team uses for hanging jerseys in the rafters. We're going to start a tradition on the channel for something very similar, and his name will be the first displayed because he's the only senior leaving that reached those honors. but he will be the first one that we will be putting up onto the board. So Jordan Shipp, big congratulations to him. I am going to miss him more than probably any other player we've had so far. I've been playing this game a long time, and there's just some players that you wish you could keep for longer than 4 seasons. There are players that you wish it was Madden and he could play with your team for 15 years. And Jordan Shipp's one of those guys. He always finds a way to get open. He doesn't drop a single ball. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's elusive, and he's really fun to watch in real life. If you don't get a chance to watch a lot of Carolina games, last season they had a really rough year, but he was one of the lone bright spots. He is a Tar Heel through and through. He's from Charlotte, had no question on where he's going to college. Went to Carolina, 4-star guy, picked Carolina. Other teams tried to lure him away from Carolina. He shut that down right off the rip and stayed with the Heels for, this will be his junior season in real life. So someone like that, it's fun to use in the game because they're really what it means to be a Tar Heel. So throughout our Dynasty run, it's been a pleasure to have him on our offense, and you hate to see him graduate, but you hope he gets drafted pretty high and allows us to create a wide receiver pipeline. Moving on, we had Griffin Haynes placed in a couple of these defensive awards. So as a redshirt freshman, that is cool to see. You hope that he keeps projecting himself up the board and ends up bringing home some hardware by the time he's a junior or senior. Quarterback-wise, this is where I think it's broke. We led the nation in touchdowns, and we were top 10 in passing yards with less turnovers than a lot of these guys, and we didn't even place. So I know there was a lot of inaccuracy. Our passer rating was really low, so I don't know if that's what caused it, or the fact that I had a ton of negative rushing yards from all the sacks without any positive rushing yards. I don't really know what caused it, but definitely nowhere to be found on the quarterback board, which is going to be something next season we're going to take revenge for. We're going to come out and we're going to try to get those stats up and win the Heisman, because with quarterback it's easier than it is with a running back or receiver, and you saw where we placed, so maybe next year. Griffin Haynes again, edge rusher. No one on our offensive line qualified anywhere on the board. Tight end wise, we did not use the tight end as much this year. They took our tight end away a lot of the games we played, so you don't see any of our tight ends anywhere on this list. Broyles Award. This is one top assistant coach of the year. This is a good time to bring up the fact that Petrino, even though he didn't win it, he left to take another job at Oklahoma State, I believe. And then Steve Belichick, he also left to take a job at ECU. So we had to replace both coordinators. We'll go over that in the offseason video a little more, but that was a big letdown as we were really hoping to bring them back. The Butkus Award, that's top linebacker. Nowhere to be found there. We used a lot of dime formations and safeties at the linebacker spot. So the linebackers we did play, we swapped them out frequently. So no one really got a lot of stats. So not really a surprise there. Center, no center. Kicker, we had an accurate season. I think 83% of our field goals, but nowhere to be found. I don't really know how those work. Punter, we punted somewhat, but not enough to be on the list. The Jet Award, for the second year in a row, a Tar Heel will take home the Jet Award. This is the nation's best special teams returner. Shenard Clower, let me check his stats. I know he had one return touchdown. I think it was a punt return. Yeah, punt return touchdown, 82 yards. Finished the season averaging about 16 yards a return on the punt. He did not kick return, so next year we'll probably swap him to kick return as well. Sadler did kick return, and that's why he found himself number 3 on the list. He was the Jet Award winner last year, so almost took home back-to-back seasons. But he did take home the Paul Hornung Award, which goes to the nation's most versatile player, and that is because of his receiving skills. He had some good rushing yards off of those end-around plays we ran, and he returned kicks. So he will take home his second major award, which, spoiler alert, when his time comes up, that will get him in the Ring of Honor due to his multiple national awards. Even though they're special teams related, they still count as major awards. So Jordan Shipp found his name on the list. Damon June, same thing, because they both ran the ball some and caught So total all-purpose yards, I guess, would be the Brandon Tate Award is the way I'm going to look at it, is somebody who just had the most all-purpose yards. They found ways to get him the ball. But that's going to wrap up the award category. All told, we can go over the records as well. We didn't get a chance to do that in the last video. We did set some school records. Most of them came by way of single season. We did not get a lot of stats for single game, and our guys have not played long enough to really break the school records. But we'll go over those real fast, and I'm going to wrap this one up. I know it's getting long-winded, but I did want to keep you guys in the loop because this is exciting at the end of the season, especially not able to showcase a lot of this stuff throughout the season. But single game, we did have season 1, Leacock set the single game receiving yard record. I want to say that was either the national championship or the semifinal last year against Ohio State. It was one of those two games where he had 248 yards. Nothing else so far. Just his on the single game. Single season, Miles O'Neal did set the single season passing yard record with 4,300 yards. We played a couple extra games than those quarterbacks previously with all the bowl games and the conference championship. So that helps a lot. Rushing yards was 26. So last season, 1,800 for Damon June. He did not break that this year. And then receiving yards, Jordan Shipp just recently, I think it was after this last game, set the single season receiving yards record with 1,345. The previous record was 1,200 and something. So that's 2027 record. Miles O'Neal, 41 passing touchdowns this season. And then Jordan Shipp, 17 receiving touchdowns this season. So 2027 has been good for the passing stats, the receiving stats. Nothing on the defensive end yet. Sacks, Lawrence Taylor's record of 16 in 1980. The last time they really won the ACC Championship. That still stands. And then Dre Bly's 11 interceptions in 96. I think he was a sophomore. That will stand. I don't think we break that in this series. I don't think there's a chance of that in this series. But a good little run there. Josh Downs, 101 catches. That was a lot in 21. So that one still stands. I don't know if we'll ever get that either. We spread the ball around a little too much for that. Sam Howell has the Carolina career passing yard record. That will not be safe next year with Miles O'Neal. If Miles already had 4,300 this year with another game to play, I think next year he may break that one. Rushing yards is safe. Receiving yards is safe. Receptions is safe. Passing touchdowns, if we had, what is it? Let's see. We had 41 this year. I think that one's probably safe. Miles O'Neal only has 1 year of eligibility. If we would have played him last year, we might have broke that. Leon Johnson, 43 rushing touchdowns. We need to check that because there might be a shot that June is close to that. We need to look that up right quick. Receiving, that one should be another one that's close. We're going to check those. So, real fast, 25 receiving touchdowns for Shipp, and then 43 is the number to beat there. So we need to pull those real fast. And then Dre Bly with this insane amount of interceptions, 20 in his career. That's just wild. 43 and 25. So let's look those up. Let's see what our guys have, how close they are, and then we'll shut it down. So 42, so right there on the door. I want to say 45. I know it's 25 receiving. I'm terrible at remembering numbers. Yeah, so he is 2 touchdowns away. 1 touchdown away from tying it. 2 touchdowns away from breaking it. So that might be one. Hopefully we can get break that record and put Shipp in the career record book. That'd be awesome. And then he had 42. So Damon June's 42. Was it 43? I know it was something close. We're going to look one more time. The 42. Jackie Robinson. I have to remember it somehow. I'm really bad with numbers. I'm like borderline dyslexic. So 42. Career. Yeah, the number's 43. So 2 touchdowns by Shipp or 2 touchdowns by June, and those records will fall. So that's exciting. We're right on the doorstep of that. The last thing before we shut this video down, we are going to look and see who we play next week. So I don't think the game works in a manner that is going to show you the results. I think you have to fast forward, even though the game was taking place on the bottom line ticker. I think you have to advance the week to find out exactly who won. So we're going to do that real fast. See who will be taken on in the national championship. And that will be tomorrow night. Put it on your calendar. Set you an alarm. We will be taking on, drum roll, USC Trojans and their Heisman quarterback. Top 2 teams in the land. Can't ask for anything more than that. I'm just hoping we don't have to play at their home field. We just got done playing at Miami's home field. Hopefully we don't play at the Coliseum. I don't think it would be at the Coliseum. I don't think it'd be at LA. It was in Vegas last year. The Rose Bowl is in the Coliseum, but I don't think they play the Rose Bowl as a national championship game. Let's see. New Orleans. So Superdome will be the home. USC blew the doors off of Texas A&M. They were up 7-0, and they only scored 14 more points as USC hung 56 on them. So USC, in their 2 games, they beat them. They hung 49 and 56 on their 2 opponents. So they might throw the ball a little bit. I think that's a safe assumption that they're going to sling it a little bit. So their Heisman quarterback, no interception, 364 yards and 5 touchdowns. So we might have to watch out for him. He's dual threat. I don't know what his speed is. We need to look at his speed. Rushing, did he run the ball at all? Why do they have so many? No. He did a few times because he got sacked 3 times. And it said 9 carries. So he had 6 traditional carries for no positive yardage, longest being 3. But they ran the ball 98 yards and 3 touchdowns from King Miller. So you got a really high-powered attack. The receivers are not that high rated. Well, we should have a favorable matchup with their corners. Look at the depth chart. I like getting into these menus. That is a fun immersion point for me. I like looking at the different teams, kind of scouting out where the weak points are. So Miami, I could tell you their linebackers were their weak point, and you saw that late in the game. They could not hold up. So quarterback, Williams is a redshirt freshman, 87 speeds. We're going to have to spy him a lot. Throw power, good stats across the board. He's really good. Running back wise, they have 190 running back. 88 speed though, so no breakout and breakaway speed. We should be able to bottle him up. I'm not too worried about the run game. Where were these guys out on their board? I saw like 82s and 83s. I didn't see these guys. They have 2 high-powered receivers and then 2 really solid receivers. Yeah, this guy would be our number 2 receiver, or number 3 receiver. So they have some really good talent. At the receiving core, really good tight end. That's going to pose a problem. 87 speed, 6'4", 238, vertical threat tight end. That's going to be a problem. We're going to have to guard him. Offensive line, 92, 90, 80 at center. So they have a weak link at center. Weak link at right guard. They probably played these guys out of position, if I had to guess. A lot of depth. Crazy depth. Really good pass rush. Not on the other side, so they probably split these guys, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on for that, because their right edge guys are not very good. The true test is up the middle, and they have 480 plus. Yeah, they have a really good, really stout defensive interior. 308, 296, yeah, 327. I'm not going to try to spoil it, but tomorrow might be the end of the road, boys. I don't know. I don't think we're running on these dudes. If we couldn't run on Miami, we're not running on... Their defense is 86 overall, so I don't know. They have to have weak spots. 89 speed at linebacker. Even though he's 83, he has 89 speed. What's the zone? You want to look at the zone. 70, yeah, respectable zone. 83, so nothing crazy at linebacker. And then only 190 corner. I was expecting more, but they do have 95 speed, 92 speed. Their slot corner is slow. I don't know who they play in the slot, but whoever it is, if he's outside at 6 foot, I can see that. Okay, so we found the weak link. Their safeties. Their safeties are not very good. 79 overall with 82 zone. 79 overall with 81 zone. So, might have to take some shots. 87 speed and 90 speed. You might have to take some shots, especially at their strong safety. If we're going to throw the ball down the field, that might have to be where we go. The linebackers aren't great, but we are not going to be able to run on them, and we are not going to be able to throw across the middle. We're not going to have time. So, and I doubt we have time to throw it deep. But that's going to wrap up today's video. I know I got really long-winded, but I can talk the X's and O's of this game all day long. These are really what interests me. If I'm being honest, all cards on the table, my favorite part of this game is the offseason, is the recruiting, is the player development, and those type of things. I nerd out to that stuff more than I do the X's and O's and the actual gameplay. So I enjoy the gameplay, don't get me wrong, but the menus and the immersion, throwing yourself into the alternate reality of the Dynasty, that is my favorite part. Putting yourself in the position of the coach, trying to out-scheme the other organizations and build up the team. That's really what I enjoy about this game. But all that to say, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for pulling us through to the National Championship. We'll try to bring one home tomorrow night. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the gridiron.